Hello, everybody. It should be recording. Yes, it is. I'm Bryson. Just so you know, this is kind of a new experience. I'm screen recording and using a webcam on a Chromebook. This is a Chromebook. That's what I'm using. I'm trying to rate... Okay, so I'm starting a series where I rate my favorite games out of a game series or franchise. And I'm starting off with COD. It's one of the biggest franchises I play. And it's one of my favorites. So let's get right into it. So... these first three, I didn't really get to play. I played COD 2 and COD 3, but COD 1 I never really played. But based on the gameplay I've seen and people playing the campaign on other things, it seemed like a funny game because of the glitches, which were not that big, but it was still kind of funny. And it also seemed like a really cool game. So even though I didn't play it, I'll give it a C tier. It's something I never played. COD 2, on the other hand, it was very good. Like I said, since it was an older gen, or I never said that, sorry. It was an older gen, obviously, and it was still kind of bad graphics, but I liked the campaign. The campaign was definitely good. So I'm going to give that a C tier as well. COD 3 was kind of a step back from the original CODs. It was still had the same mechanics as the second one. It was just basically a repeat, in all honesty. So give that a D, and actually I'm going to move COD 2 up to B. Now on to the best games. COD 4 Modern Warfare. This will forever be my starting game. Because yes, I may have played COD 2 and COD 3, but this is what started it all. This is what really got me into COD. So I'm going to give this an A for amazing, man. This is my favorite, or one of my all-time favorite CODs. Moving on to World at War. This was also one of the best COD games as well. It was so good. It introduced zombies, Nazi zombies, and it had some of the best maps. And I'm so glad they brought them back throughout the Zombie Chronicles and stuff. And it started off some of the best times for me and the boys, and we all had that feeling. So COD World at War is going for A, amazing, or maybe even S tier, but I'm gonna keep it at amazing for now. Modern Warfare 2. This game gave us the biggest mix of emotions to ever be seen. It was the best COD campaign ever. Multiplayer was peak COD multiplayer, and overall it was really, really, really good. The campaign gave us the biggest betrayal in the COD series at that time. There was so many kids at that time who just mind blown. They couldn't do it. They could not deal with it. They were so upset and stuff like that, but it made the story 10 times better. Gotta give COD Modern Warfare 2 an S tier. This is definitely one of my favorite CODs. Black Ops, another start to a great a good series. Black Ops 1 was definitely a start to a good series. It had a really good campaign, introduced some of my favorite characters, including Woods and Mason. And overall, it had Ice Cube, my guy. Ice Cube. If I'm probably saying that right. I can't remember. It was probably, yeah, it was Ice Cube. I was actually going to say Vanilla Ice. That's how fried my brain is. Okay. But it also had some of the best zombies as well. It had Kino der Toten. It had 5. 5 was a very underrated COD Zombies map. People didn't like it. I loved it. It was annoying at some points, yes, I'll admit that. But it was so cool to be able to play as JFK and stuff like that. So I'll give that... I want to put it at S tier, but I won't put it at S tier. The multiplayer was kind of slow paced, but it was good. But amazing. I might change it to S later. This is going to hurt people when I say this. I was not a big fan of Modern Warfare 3. It killed off some of my favorite characters. And the campaign was just... It was so fast. And it was... it was hard to take in. And it was just overall kind of weird. I liked it, but it was weird. Now, the multiplayer is another thing. The multiplayer was actually somewhat decent. I actually liked it. It was a bit sweaty at some points, but it was pretty good. That's how we get along with normal CODs around this time. So I'm going to give that a C. Black Ops 2. Man, Nuketown 2025 was my stuff, man. That was my jam, bro. I remember playing that all the time, and the zombies wasn't bad either. I didn't play it that much, but when I did, I always had fun. Funny thing is, fun fact, and my friends will probably agree with this too. I graduate in the year 2025. 2025. Ain't that crazy? But yes, this is definitely an A tier game, maybe S tier. COD Ghosts. This is a very underrated game. People say it sucked. It did suck in many ways. Extinction wasn't that good. It wasn't that good at all. But at least they tried. And the campaign was really good, and it left off with a good cliffhanger. I really liked it. The reason why people call it so bad is because they didn't make a second one, and they didn't answer our questions. So this whole time we're wondering, what happened? You know what, all this? They still haven't answered our questions, and it's just left us in awe. So I'm going to give this a B tier. This was definitely a good game, and it's very underrated. Multiplayer was actually really good, too. I like some of the guns. The Honey Badger, mine. Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare is another thing. This was the peak of movement. It had some of the best movement and some of the best mechanics in the game. The only problem is, it was just not needed at the time. The campaign was good. I liked the ending, and I liked the betrayal as well. But the multiplayer was just not as fun as the other ones. And I did like Exo Zombies, though. Exo Zombies was pretty fun. It was pretty cool, I guess. So I'm going to give this C tier. Maybe B tier. I don't know. Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 was my stuff, man. This was by far the best game in terms of multiplayer. In terms of multiplayer, this is definitely one of the best games. It had the best customization, some of the best gun customization. The specialists were on point. They were there. They were amazing. The zombies was a little confusing, a little cool. I like the fact that there was like a campaign zombies thing, but the campaign itself, oh, it's not train go boom, guys. It's mine go boom, because I don't understand anything. The campaign was so crazy, and it was so hard to understand. But I did like it. It was alright. It was cool. But I'm gonna give this C tier, and I'm gonna move Advanced Warfare to D tier. I liked it, but it's just not that good. Infinite Warfare, y'all are sleeping on Infinite Warfare. I'm tired of people saying, "Oh, it's the worst game." Campaign, yes, it was kind of bad. It was kind of trashy. It wasn't that good. Multiplayer, also kind of trashy. But the zombies was on point, my guy. This stuff was like amazing. Zombies Spaceland, or I can't remember what it's called. It is so fun. I remember playing until like round 30-ish, and we'd get when we die, we would just think it's the funniest thing ever, because it was so fun just to play. Like, even if you died, you're still laughing and enjoying it. The design of it was so cool, and to see David Hasselhoff and Paul Rubin, I think his name, he played Pee Wee Herman, but in the same map at the same time was just so funny, and Hasselhoff's Easter egg was also so funny. But y'all are sleeping on this game. The zombies really carries it, though, I'm gonna admit, but based on zombies, it's a B tier game. COD World War II. This is my all-time favorite World War II game. Yes, I may have played these two World War II games, but this is my all-time favorite. The campaign was so good. It had some of the best scenes, some of the best graphics in a while, and overall, I loved the campaign. It was bland at some points, and it was kind of annoying at some points, but it was also so fun and new, and I love the fact that Daniels and Zussman had such a good friendship, and it reminds me of my friends. The zombies, though, this zombies was scary. I ain't even gonna lie. World War II gave us the scariest zombies ever, and it was such a good change. I liked it, but I think maybe if they'd add the scariness like a Black Ops 1 map or a World at War map, it would be so good. So, and the multiplayer was really good too. I liked all the classes and all that, and how you could customize face paint and a helmet. I'm recording. But, yeah, I'm definitely putting World War II at B. And the more I keep on thinking about it, Black Ops 1's going at S tier. No, it ain't. I'm back checking myself. I don't know what I'm doing. World at War's going S tier. I've made my decision now. Just put that there. We don't have to talk about this. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Okay. COD Black Ops 4 was absolute dog water. It was bad. It was just not what we needed. And they made it to where people got so pumped for the game. When it finally came out, it was just like... It was so bad, my guy. Why am I saying that? I don't talk like that. What am I doing? Black Ops 4 was just bad. The zombies was okay. I liked it. It was better graphics. It was better quality. It was okay, but it just got annoying after a while. Multiplayer. And the biggest thing of all, no campaign. What were they thinking? I mean, people play Call of Duty just for the campaign most of the time. And even then, once they're done with the campaign, they finally go back to multiplayer. And then they added Blackout, which absolutely sucked. I mean, it wasn't sucky because it was too hard. It was sucky because it was too easy. You would win too easily, and it just was too big of a map. I liked how they brought the Black Ops 2 maps back, though, and stuff like that, but it's definitely going trashed here. No. Modern Warfare 2019. Very unpopular opinion. This is the best COD to come out ever since Black Ops 2. No, I take that back. Best COD to come out since World War II. Not even lying to you guys. Yes, just so you know, these are not facts. This is just my opinion. In my opinion, they're facts, but they could be completely different for you guys, so don't get mad. Okay? Don't get triggered. COD Modern Warfare 2019 was one of the greatest things to come out. The campaign was so realistic and so good. The voice acting, the motion capture, the new recasts were even good. Like, yes, they brought back Gaz, and they brought back Price, and they brought back all these people, and including this new Alex guy. He's one of my favorite characters. And then overall, it was just such a big plot twist in the campaign. It was so good. And overall, the multiplayer, so realistic. The guns were great. The gunplay is great. The graphics, like I said, are awesome. The Easter eggs are so good as well. And then I am going to be considering, like, there's no tier for Warzone, but I am going to add Warzone, and not for Cold War either, but I'm going to add them too. Well, I can't add them. But Modern Warfare 2019 is going all the way up at S tier, in my opinion, folks. It is my all-time favorite COD at the moment, besides Modern Warfare 2 and World at War. This is basically the chart right now. If I had to pick Warzone, Warzone's B tier. The community is very toxic, and it's very annoying at some points, but it has its perks. It is a fun game at times, especially when you're with the boys, got a full squad. And there's some funny moments that occasionally happen, so it's B tier. Cold War, on the other hand, that's going to either D or C tier. And I'm about to trigger a whole bunch of y'all. The campaign was okay. It had a really cool Easter egg in one of the missions, and it was kind of cool. It was alright. But not only did they replace all the voice actors, but it was just a repeat of Black Ops 1. In Black Ops 1, you play as an American who is brainwashed and tortured by Russians. And in Cold War, you play as a Russian who is brainwashed by Americans. It is just, they ran out of ideas. And I feel bad. Because with potential and making not just a remake, it would have been such a good campaign. And it had some really good parts too, going back to Mount Yamaha and going back to the old mission where, you play as Hudson with the crossbows. I don't remember what it's called, please forgive me. But like stuff like that, it was really cool to see that again. But it just wasn't good. The multiplayer, so far the Cold War has had the most toxic multiplayer I have ever seen. And the zombies, I'm gonna trigger a lot of people when I say this. The zombies was trash. You gotta get it together. Zombies was trash. Die Machine was cool, but everything else was trash. I like the coffin dance meme, but that's about it. So Cold War would go for C for Cold War. It'd go C right here. But yeah, that's all the COD brand. Oh, I forgot one. COD Mobile. That's S tier as well. It was great. It's everything we wanted, except for a campaign. But I can't blame them. It's a hard to get campaign. But that's it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. And please hit the like button and subscribe. It always helps me. And please comment down below what other games I should rate. See you guys next time. Peace.